What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Another Driving Professor. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I'm your host, Rashid White, and I'm a professional driver. I've been doing this for 22 years, driving tractor trailers, buses, over 2 million miles driven, zero preventable accidents, and I'm here to teach you strategies and tips and things that would actually save you time, money, personal injury, and most importantly, your life. All right, let's get into this over here. 6 dangerous things that people do while they drive. Things that can actually, get them killed or put them in the hospital, or worst case, cause like serious life altering, things that happen to them, like losing a limb or something like that, losing a leg, getting, burnt alive, or having those really, 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 really type of traumatic type of injuries that actually can, So let's get it. All right. So I'm gonna get right into it. Number one, speeding up when making a lane change. All right, so this is more happens when you're driving a larger vehicle like a bus or a truck, but people do it in the I live in New York City, so people do it a lot, even in my car, making a lane change. And especially on the highways, and I see people do this on the highways, which is really, really dangerous, where you could put the vehicle into like a pivot maneuver and flip the car over, and then again the car can catch on fire, blah blah blah, and the end result there. And you're making a lane change, someone's in a hurry, they try to speed up on you, and this does happen a lot. So if you ever do come to a city like New York and probably or Los Angeles, or a lot of mid-sized cities where people are rushing and they press for time and they got to work harder in a sense though to actually make a living and work more hours, so everybody's in a rush. Listen, it takes a couple of seconds for a person to make a lane change. You're gonna put yourself in a serious position to have an accident where it could take you 4 hours to like maybe a year or something like that if you get seriously injured or hurt, just to save a couple of seconds because you don't want somebody in your way there. All right, so don't do that, especially when it comes to large vehicles like trucks and buses, because the bus, and nothing's going to really happen to the bus or the truck. Something's going to happen to you where your car is going to need to be totaled, or you're going to get into like a serious injuries, or even possibly getting killed. All right, so number 2, not doing the speed limit. And this is more so in New York City, because I went to other states in the last couple of years, and this is not an issue in other states though. But in New York City, this is actually a real serious issue here, where you got guys doing, it's like to say the speed limit in New York City is 25 miles an hour, and guys are doing 15. Now, me, more personally, I'm disciplined in the sense though I can adapt to it, but other people, when you have someone that wants to move and someone that doesn't want to move, it causes, the combination is actually not really that good. I'm just trying to think of the metaphoric analogy in a sense though, that it's like two forces colliding in a sense though, and the outcome for either side is not going to be good. So do the speed limit. If the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, do 25 miles an hour. And there's a lot of times that I got to tell people, I'm like, yeah, listen, do the speed limit. It can cause an accident in a sense though. All right, so number three is, and this is like in New York City in a sense though. I don't know, and if you live in another, if you live like in wherever you are around the world, let me know if this actually happens to you. But this is starting to become real epidemic. Making U-turns right in front of me. I could be driving, doing 25 miles an hour, and the person actually makes a U-turn right in front of me. Or sometimes like a broken U-turn. I think it's called a K-turn. I haven't taken my driver's test in a long time. So they do this. They're in a hurry. They make a U-turn in front of me. Now, what's dangerous about this is that sometimes, and I've witnessed 3 motorcycles actually get killed, right on the spot, right in front of me, where people are actually making a U-turn because they're looking at more so beating the traffic out than being safe in a sense and looking out for motorcycles. And some cars have smaller mirrors, and sometimes, especially like you got these kids in dirt bikes. They're mainly like dirt bikes, and they just driving recklessly and no helmet on, and the end result there. So they wind up actually, like motorcycles or like dirt bikers, they can actually T-bone them in a sense though. And then like if I can, I'm training myself to spot those kind of drivers out, but still I don't want to have to wait for you. Supposedly I have someplace I want to go. Why should I wait for you? And then I got to slam on my brakes, and the guy behind me probably can slam in the back of me or something like that if he's following too closely. And he's not getting a big picture when he's actually driving, so that's a problem right there. All right, so let me get into my bag of notes here. Oh, yeah. Number 4, driving slow in the left lane. Now, I think a couple of videos ago, I actually explained why you shouldn't drive in the left lane, even if it's at the speed limit where other vehicles want to pass. And objects in your, you trying to like time something on your right side is a lot harder than actually timing something on your left side. So judging the distance of the speed of the wherever the car is actually coming from, it's harder when something is far away from you than when something's actually close to you. So driving in the left lane is not good. You cause a lot of traffic. I did a lot of research on this, and it's like emergency service vehicles sometimes have they can actually get clogged up in a sense though, because people are driving slow in the left lane. And listen, it's against the law. So all you left lane hogs out there, I'm being pragmatic. Don't get mad at me. It's against the law to actually drive in the left lane. The left lane is supposed to be for passing, and you force people to actually pass you on your right side, which is not really good. Well, they should wait in a sense though, but some people, I see them driving in the left lane and in the tunnel. As I showed you in a video, the last couple of videos with the crash on the interstate there. So that is a danger right there. All right, so number 5 is bicyclists and motorcycles. Bicycles and motorcycles. All right, so bicycles, we know that there are laws that's actually set for them that they must follow, but they don't, because there's no like when you get a bicycle, you don't have to take a test. There's really no true education for a bicycle in a sense though. There are traffic laws that they actually have to follow, but they don't follow them. And they can be extremely dangerous, where it can cause you to be put in a precarious situation. Let's take for instance, I think a lot of them actually, when they do ride the bicycle, they actually ride too closely to cars that's parked. So if somebody actually opens their door, a lot of people aren't, even myself, I got to train myself with this. Somebody opens up their door, and they can actually get knocked off the bike into traffic, and you can run them over, potentially seriously harming them or killing them. I'm sorry. And I think my second video, I talked about how to avoid hitting pedestrians video. I talked about this in great lengths about the bicyclists and how you have to watch out for them. The motorcycles, there's not that many on the road in a sense though. So you're not normally trained to so I say pinpoint them in a sense though. Your mindset is more about looking out for cars, and sometimes the motorcycles can actually ride in between the cars, and let's say there's traffic, and I get it, that's supposed to be a so-called advantage for them, but it's not an advantage. You're not supposed to do that. But somebody making a quick lane change to try to get out of to, let's say, get around traffic in a sense though, people aren't really checking their mirrors like that. And sometimes even myself personally, I gotta tell myself, hey, make sure, especially like in the spring, summer, and fall months, gotta look out for the motorcycles. They ride in between cars, and not that's a deadly situation. And the motorcycle's doing 2 to 3 to 4 miles an hour in a sense though, but But I seen a lot of them go fast though, riding in between cars and zipping it in and out. And like I said, certain cars don't have big mirrors in a sense though. So if you're checking your mirrors one way, and then you check your mirrors, let's say on your left side is clear, then you want to check your right side, then you want to check, I say, oh, my left side is clear, there's no cars, and then this motorcycle comes out of nowhere, then that could be a really bad thing in a sense though. So yeah, watch out for the motorcycles and the bicyclists. Motorcycles, you have to get a license. They're not as bad as a bicyclist in a sense though. All right, so number 6, I was thinking about this. All right, blowing red lights. Blowing red lights. When you blow a red light, you actually risk the probability of having an intersection collision, really, really high. And normally what happens is that the person that normally gets hit by the person blowing the red light, they have their foot on the gas, and they're not anticipating a car blowing the red light. But if you do cover your brake on the intersection, you can actually avoid this actually happening. So you have their foot on the gas. They're not looking. They're not paying attention. They're not looking to see if anybody's blowing the red light, because they're assuming that everybody will do the right thing, which is not, of course, we know that's not true. And the car ricochets and can actually kill a lot of pedestrians. Now, I've seen this happen at least 7 or 8 times. Lucky thing people weren't in the way. But normally their foot is still on the gas and they get hit and they're like, oh, what the, and they don't think brake. It's just everything is happening so quickly. So that's why when you actually go across the intersection, you definitely want to cover your brake. Not to say that you have to brake, but definitely cover your brake. And so these are actually 6 dangerous things that people do when they actually drive. Now, I know there's more than that. I want to keep the video short. This is already at the I think the 11-minute mark, 12-minute mark. I think my average view duration is 3 to 5 minutes in a sense though. So this is going on way longer than anticipated here. I wanted to keep this short. All right, so if you like the video and get value out of the video, please like, comment, subscribe, certainly share this video, and save lives out there, man. Save lives out there. And definitely, smash that like button. Smash it. Get a jackhammer, smash that like button. All right, peace out.